Hey guys, so in today's vlog, I want to talk about what the path towards spiritual enlightenment looks like. So, enlightenment doesn't come in this like huge hoopla. It's kind of like love. Like, I know in the movies they portray the ego more, where love is so grand and you just know when you know, and it's like sparks and all of that. Most of us, some of us do feel it that way, but most of us fall in love gently. We fall in love softly. We fall in love over time, and we fall in love with people that we never ever imagined to fall in love with. So, it's the same as enlightenment. Enlightenment is kind of like falling in love in that soft, gentle way. Whereas, you just wake up in the morning and you just feel more oneness. That's how this journey has been for me. And where I'm at right now is like I contemplate all day long. 100% of my day is held in contemplation, and my contemplation is godly. Like, okay, for example, I'm writing a book I've written a book, I'm just kind of editing, of like the Law of One Tarot. So all day I have information kind of coming to me about the Law of One Tarot, what to write, what to add, what to delete, what to name the book. And this information just comes to me as in a vision, or I'll ask a question. For example, my question last night before I went to bed was, all right, how good can this book get, dear God? And what is next? Like, what do I do with it next? I feel stuck. I know it's not complete. What do you want me to do with it next? That's what I went to bed thinking. Woke up, nothing had come yet. But I guarantee you, by about like noon today or sometime today, the answer will come to me. And that's how you begin to live. You begin to live from a place of just knowing that your questions or whatever you're seeking or contemplating in your mind will be answered. You don't need to go looking, hunting, searching, just like, what is that called? Grinding for the answers. You don't need to do that anymore. And that's the other thing. When you really go hard on this spiritual path of self-inquiry, and you've been doing it for a long time, and you find that you're in contemplation with God for most of your day. I meditate most of my day. I'm alone. Like, I work alone. That's where I spend my time. I don't think about the past anymore. I don't really think about the future. I'm kind of in the moment and in contemplation of how can I be of service through this book to others better? How can I make this better so people that are on their spiritual path and their spiritual journey don't have it as hard as I did? Because this is freaking hard journey, man. So my whole goal is like, how can I make those who are spiritual seekers, how can I make their journey of truth? This is a journey of truth. How can I help them? And any way that I can, please help me. And this is truly why I think that I was given the information of the higher mind and the lower mind and what the tarot was meant for. Because in the Law of One series, if you've read them, the channelings of Ra, John Elkins, who was asking the question, had passed away in book 4, I believe. That's where the tarot information is. And he only got through the mind complex of the tarot. He didn't get through the rest of the tarot. He died. So it wasn't discovered. And the fact that I have been staring at the tarot for 3 years, it's been on my vision board, I don't know, it did something, because I would stare at it and I would kind of contemplate, but then I would move on with my day. And just recently what happened, it just divided itself right in front of me in a vision as I was staring at it, as the higher mind and the lower mind. And I literally took my little book. I always have like a book on me, and I started drawing pictures of it. and it just appeared. And that's how it works. I didn't hustle for it. I didn't go searching or running. This book on the tarot revealed itself to me, and that is the presence of God. Very little people will probably understand this vlog, very few people, because what I have noticed is I notice, and I try not to let it get on my nerves, but so I have been practicing silence a lot more, but I notice the ego in everybody, like everybody around me. I don't think I know one single person. All the people around me are extremely kind, and they are on their own spiritual paths for sure. I surround myself with extremely kind. I have the best friends in the whole wide world. But, you know, even being around like friends, and I see the grind, I see the hustle, I listen to the topics that they talk about, and they just don't make sense to me anymore. And all I see is ego. I see the big, fat, roaring ego, which is making them think that it's graceful, because everything that they do with grace, they do with integrity, they do with honesty. That's just the people that I roll with. But the egos of especially money is the biggest karma, by the way. In order for you to resolve your karmic ties with money, you have to surrender money. And no, I don't know anybody that I've done it. And it is freaking so scary, and it is so difficult to do. And the most amount of fear was that surrender. That surrender caused me so much fear, and the fear just kept popping up all day long, and I just kept surrendering it because I have faith in God, and I knew I was fine and I was taken care of. I just kept surrendering it and surrendering it and surrendering it. I honestly don't know anybody that's been able to do that in my circle. Like, there's probably people in the world. If you have, comment below. But that is your biggest karmic tie that will keep you in this third dimension for longer than you want to be in this third dimension. So yeah, you begin, the path of enlightenment is, I feel like, to me, contemplation is meditation. I contemplate all day long. And as you start really being service to others, you begin to see how most people around me are service to self. I'm going to say 100% of the people around me are service to self, but they think they're being service to others by, you know, being kind, because kindness is, it feels good, right? Even kindness is service to self. If you're being kind to other people because you feel like you have to be kind to other people, and if you're not kind to other people, then you feel guilty, that is service to self. True kindness will come when you're kind to yourself. You're kind to yourself, therefore, the reflection of you, the mirror of you outwardly is kindness to others. That is service to others. That is the difference. And I see so much ego, service to self ego, like in the weight loss industry, people wanting to lose weight. It's the dieting or the fasting. I'm fasting because I want to keep my weight off, or I want to lose 10 pounds. So that's the ego. That's the ego. So anyways, when you're in this journey, it's like falling in love. It happens softly. Enlightenment happens. I feel like I'm enlightened a lot throughout my days, and it's soft. It's beautiful. It's literally like, I'm not even kidding. What I see myself doing as I say that is, I love roses, and I just see myself like picking a rose and just smelling it. You know, it's so corny and cheesy, but that's how soft enlightenment is. And one of the things that I'm going through right now is I just see everyone's egos, and I keep surrendering it because I have to be social. I'm a human being, and I want to get the most out of it. The other thing you begin to do is, I mean, I've done this for a long time, but even raising a child to be service to others, but to truly understand beauty. I saw a beautiful sunset the other day. It was gorgeous. I watch the sunset all the time. I saw the sun rise, and then I watched the sunset on that side. And I just feel so privileged to be able to do that. But yesterday it was so beautiful. I actually went to my son, who was in his room, and I said to him, come out. I want you to see what true beauty means. Come out here. I don't want you to be in this illusion of the world. Let me show you truthful beauty. And he came out, and we both stood out here and watched the pink, vast sunset. And the aura of the sun, the energy that you could feel, that's beauty. That's enlightenment. That is what you do when you start to feel enlightened. You pass it on to other people. You pass this truth on, not to only people that you love. I took a picture of it, put it on my Instagram story so other people could enjoy it. And I hope that's what they felt. They saw the beauty of the moment, the same moment that I saw. That is enlightenment. It's forever going. Enlightenment is not a hoopla. And I just now need to start really I want to get over this phase of, I just see the ego in everybody. And it doesn't irk me as much anymore, but it does make me want to stay home and not go out of my house, which is not what I want to do. I want to be social. I want to enjoy this last half of my life. But that's my struggle right now. That's what I'm going through. If you are too, let me know. I love you guys so much.